Okay, we're making boiled peanuts today, and these are raw peanuts I bought at the store. They've been dehydrated to, I don't know, 10% hydration, whatever it is. I've washed them a couple of times in the sink to get most of the dirt out. And then you put it in your container and you fill it with water to float the peanuts, and you put a plate on top of it to hold them down so they stay in the water. And I'll show you that here in just a second as soon as I put the water in. Okay, I filled the pot up about 3/4 because once the peanuts rehydrate, they're going to take up more space and you'll actually end up with more than the pot will hold. So what we're going to do now is we're putting water in the pot to float the peanuts, and then we'll put the lid on top, or in this case the plate, to keep the peanuts submerged. Okay, I've put water into the pot to the point where they're floating. So now I'm going to put my plate on here, and I'll push that down. Water's going to run over. And I'm going to pick it up just to slosh a little bit out, because I'm going to set this up on the stove and I don't want water going everywhere. But that's the way it works. And then tomorrow when I get ready to start cooking, I'll come back and do that. Alright, these have been soaking all night. I had to put this little pot on top to hold the plate down because the peanuts were floating. You know, they were dehydrated. But now they're down in the water pretty good. I'm going to pour this out and rinse peanuts one more time, then put it back in a pot and put them back on the stove and turn on the heat, and we'll start boiling them. Alright, I've put water back in the pot. I've added about a 1/2 cup of salt, and now we're going to boil. There's about between 4 and 5 pounds of peanuts here when it's finished, and these will take about 5 hours to cook. Green peanuts I generally end up doing about 4 hours, but these take about an hour or more, maybe an hour and a half. And I don't put a lot of salt. If they're not salty enough when they're done, I just turn the heat off and let them soak a little more, and then they'll be fine when they're finished. Alright, these have been cooking for about 5.5 hours. I just checked one and they're done. They're not salty enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn them off, and then we'll cover it back up, let them soak for another hour or two until they get salty. And that's it. All there is to it.